What if a cosmological model is not the universe itself, but a story engine we built to make the data look coherent? In the energy filament theory, the same observations can be real while the standard story can still be optional. Because a model is always two steps: picking assumptions, then write equations that generate a universe consistent with those assumptions. That's what cosmology does in practice. It chooses a worldview, then computes what redshifts should look like, what the cosmic microwave background should look like, and how structures should grow. After that, we compare the output to telescope data, tune parameters, and keep tuning until the picture looks like the sky. The fit score improves, the confidence grows, and the model feels like reality. But here's the uncomfortable truth. A good fit is not the same thing as a unique explanation. It is not even the same thing as a deep mechanism. Many numbers people casually treat as properties of the universe are actually properties of the model's best fit solution: the age of the universe, the scale of the observable universe, the dark energy fraction, the global curvature, and the full expansion history. We do not read these directly off the sky like a label on a bottle. We feed redshift data and background radiation into a framework, then ask the framework, under your assumptions, what set of numbers makes everything line up best? If the assumptions are even slightly wrong, the precision becomes a kind of precision theater. It is the model being consistent with itself, not necessarily the universe revealing its deepest layers. The point is simple: when you lock in one interpretation early, everything downstream inherits that lock. If you assume redshift must be geometric expansion, then the age, size, and distance ladders are automatically built around that. If you assume the cosmic temperature history is purely a geometric cooling law, then the model is forced to explain every mismatch by adding new ingredients rather than questioning the cooling premise. If you assume microscopic yardsticks are eternally rigid, then any drift must be forbidden by definition, not tested as a possibility. None of that proves the mainstream story is wrong. It only proves it is a chosen language. And history matters here. Early builders of the standard narrative worked with limited instruments, limited statistics, limited sky coverage, and limited computing. In that environment, it is natural to favor the worldview that compresses messy data into the cleanest equation. Later generations inherited the framework as the way the universe works, and assumptions quietly harden into facts. Redshift equals expansion. Decoupling freezes the background. Temperature is a simple scaling. Constants are constants, and boundaries are unphysical because they are inconvenient. Over time, the model stops feeling like a tool and starts feeling like the only respectable story. There's also a brutal engineering reason this happens. Old theories do not only explain phenomena, they become interfaces. They become the default APIs of measurement, calibration, and inference. Change the API and everything downstream shakes. If you allow something like emissions rhythm slowly drifts with environment, then redshift interpretation, atomic clock references, temperature readings, standard candles, and standard rulers all need to be re-audited together. That is not just an argument in a paper. That is a rewrite of the measurement stack. So the cost of doubt becomes high, and the evidence bar becomes extreme. Not because people are evil, but because the dependency network is enormous. This episode is not an attack on the standard model. It is a reclassification. Treat it as a fitting machine, powerful and useful, but not automatically the universe's final mechanism. The move in this picture is to keep the hard observations sacred. Redshift patterns, the background spectrum, structure statistics, and then swap the premises that silently steer the story. Replace spaces running with the energy C relaxes. Allow particles and yardsticks to evolve gently with the medium. Allow the universe to be finite and physically bounded. Then ask a clean question, with fewer heavyweight assumptions. Can the same sky grow a different story that is more mechanically self-consistent? Next episode begins a long run of new cosmic pictures. The universe is not expanding, it is relaxing. It has a real boundary, and it may even contain something more extreme than a black hole, the silent cavity. Tap follow, share it on New Physics, clear universe.